Today we're going to use simple algorithms to draw spirographs in Scratch. An algorithm is a set of instructions. It's important that each part of the instructions happen in order. If you write down the steps to take a bath, it's important that you take your socks off before you step into the water. So let's start with some spirographs. First, we need to add the pen extension in Scratch. On the bottom left corner of the screen, you can click on the small button to add extensions, and the pen is the second one. When we add that, it gives us a whole bunch of new blocks that we can play with. So let's go ahead and pull out the Erase All button, and pen down, and pen up. Because we're going to be doing a lot of drawing, the first thing that we're going to do is make an eraser for ourselves. So let's pick a really simple block. When the space key is pressed, it'll erase everything and we'll have a fresh canvas to work with. I'm going to put it down here on this bottom corner. Next, we're going to draw a square. A square has 4 sides and 4 corners, which means we need to ask the sprite that we're using to move 4 different times. We want it to go in a straight line, turn 90 degrees, go in another straight line, turn 90 degrees, and then do that 2 more times. So the way that we're going to do that is by using our repeat blocks. So let's grab a repeat block right here, and then some movement blocks. We're going to take a move 10 steps and a turn. And we need to change the turn 15 degrees into 90 degrees. And I want to make a slightly bigger square, so I'm going to have this move 50 steps. The other important thing that we have to do is change this repeat to only 4 times. Cool, just like that. Now I'm going to put the pen down at the very top and the pen up at the very bottom. And I'm going to pick an event. We'll say when start is clicked, we'll have our orange start drawing a square. So let's see what happens. Perfect. That looks like a square to me. Now I'm going to push space to clear my screen, and we're going to make a circle. So for a circle, we don't have 4 individual sides. We have to do 360 turns because that's how many degrees there are in a circle. I am going to change this code so we don't have the square anymore. We'll leave it up there, but we're going to get rid of that event so that it doesn't start happening anymore when we start this game. So we'll leave it here, and we can put a little comment on there so that we know that that's what it's for, in case we want to come back to it later. And now what we're going to do is we need to change this repeat to 360, like I said. And we only want to have it turn 1 degree. And the very last thing that's really important is we only want to have it move 1 step. So let's see what happens this time. Perfect. So that looks like a circle. If you want to pause the video and try that yourself, this is a great time to do that and take a look at the code that I've already put on the screen for you. When you're ready, we'll move on to the next step. All right, so I'm going to push the space key to clear this. And again, we're going to take this apart so that we don't have to keep making circles, but we want to copy the code over. So let's remove this when clicked. And I'll put a note here so that I know that this was where I was making a circle. And then we're gonna go over to a very new section. Let's put this a little bit lower down. We can hide those. We don't need to keep them on the screen anymore. So we have a circle, and we're able to kind of draw a very simple shape. But in order to turn it into a spirograph, we want to add some other fun shapes inside of it. So this time, what we're going to do is have 1 circle, and then we're going to have 5 small circles happen inside of it. So here's how we do that. We're going to need to add another repeat block below the one that we've already did before. And this is going to be for the smaller circles. I'm going to leave it separate for now so that we can see what happens if we just want to draw a small circle. And what's nice about this is that the code for circles is kind of always the same. So we can still move one step and turn 1 degree. And repeat that 360 times. So if I put this in here, or if I use this, if I click it, oops, we have to do our pen first. Let's grab another pen down and another pen up, and then let's draw another circle. I can just click on this code so that it runs. I don't even have to add an event to it. Perfect. So right now these circles are the same size. So what I want to do here is make this circle a little bit bigger. We're going to change the numbers. We're going to have it repeat 36 times, move 20 steps, and 10 degrees. So we'll space key to break that and see what this happens. There we go, and that makes a slightly bigger circle. So now, when I put these together, we don't need our 2 pens anymore. It's going to draw 2 circles, one big one and one small one. But we want it to happen so that this circle that's in the middle gets drawn a couple more times. So we need to tell it to repeat drawing the small circle, but not repeat drawing the bigger circle. The way that we can do that is by asking our orange to draw 1/5 of the large circle. So rather than drawing this 36 times, we're going to have it draw it 5 times. And then draw a smaller circle. So when we start now, it draws a little bit of a bigger circle and an entire small circle. But we need that to happen a couple more times for it to be able to draw the entire large circle. So we're going to add another repeat, and that's going to go outside of everything else. So as soon as the pen goes down, we have that other repeat here. And we want this to happen 7 times. Perfect. So now we have a basic spirograph. So all of this makes a pretty simple drawing using just circles. But there's lots of room to play if we want to have it get a little bit more complicated or a little bit more fun. Here are some spirographs in my backpack that I really like. And then we'll do the other one over here. Play with some spirographs yourself and see what kind of numbers you can use and what kind of shapes you can draw. There's a lot of different ways to do this, and sometimes you can find some really cool results. Feel free to share the things that you finish.